Okay, so we're coming down Springbank, okay, and again, bus lanes and on the left hand side. Is there any use in me actually kind of coming in this bus lane here at this point? There's the cyclist in front, okay, there's an awful lot of traffic on my right hand side, okay. I can just be in this bus lane at the moment. There's no reason why not, because there's a lot of traffic on the right hand side lane. Already stated that. I'm not going anywhere in this lane, and I'm also not going anywhere in that lane, okay. So if I just kind of just gradually come over like this, okay, the only reason that I would want to be getting out anytime soon would be the parked car on the in front of me, right up in the road ahead. Just taking it nice and easy, and this is what I would advise you to do it on the test. Okay, so the van just to my right hand side, okay, makes a great example. All right, they were turning right. If I'd have kept in the right hand side lane, I'd have been stuck behind them turning right. This is why you want to be using the bus lanes to make progress down the road. People say, oh well, yeah, but you've got to go out and then you've got to go back in. Well, that's just proved the point, okay? That, yeah, if you're in the right hand side lane, you've got to go in and then back out again. So, it's neither here nor there, okay? And I'm making good progress down this road, nice and easily, whilst everyone else is just kind of like stop and start for the traffic in front of them. Now, yeah, I am going to be going straight on here, and if I was going to be going right towards like Prince's Ave and such, I'd already started to move out and into that right hand side lane, well back, kind of like they should have done here. Now I've got a cyclist coming up on behind me, so I'm kind of like thinking where they're going. It's come up on the right hand side edge rather than using the bike lane. I had moved over already. So I'm not gonna really, cover the one from Springbank West there, coming towards Springbank again. There's no real use in it. It's quite self-explanatory, that one. It's just a long stretch of road. The only thing you've got to be on the lookout for is trees covering up the speed camera and the pedestrian crossing lights. I haven't been down there in a little while, so I don't know whether or not they cut any of the trees back. But that's one thing you have to be aware of. So we're going to be coming back, and especially here is going to be probably the most problematic, one of the most problematic bus lanes there is. Not this one, but the actual one on Springbank itself. Just kind of coming straight into the bus lane. Not allowed to be in it, and this is quite easy. It's quite, like I said, it's quite a nice long stretch of road. And if you're going to be turning left onto Prince's Ave, you want to be in it over here as early as you possibly can do. It's the end of bus lane stand there, solid white line ends, so all the way back over here there's plenty of time, well before the actual crossing, to get into your position. We're going to be going straight on and going to stay in this bus lane for as long as I can, the left hand side lane, which goes into a bus lane as long as I can. Especially when it's busy, being in this left hand side is very, very advantageous to you, because there's a lot of traffic that can be going right, say like on this road before the crossing near towards Tesco's. Okay. Do I really need the signal to come out? Not really. Now if I gradually come out, I'm just going to stay out slightly because of this guy in the walking in the road. Mirror signal. Do I have to signal to come back in? Not really. Then I've got the cyclist in front of me, so I've got no one behind me. Now, if there'd have been a constant flow of traffic, I might not have gone in then. And it's the same here. I wouldn't have gone back in. But the one thing I've been worried about now is anyone in my right hand side lane, because both these lanes kind of come into one just here. And if I'd have had anyone to the right hand side of me, I'd have wanted to kind of start moving over into that right hand side lane as early as possibly could, because people don't understand the bus lanes and they think that you're trying to push in. It's like, now there's no one to the right hand side, but I'd be mirror checking and signalling if there was, because I'm kind of like coming out slightly, a little bit at a time, okay, towards kind of where the red truck is in front of me, and on the outside edge of that bike lane. And I want to be just trying to ease out. If there was cars, I'd want to be signalling. Now, I'm actually now in a good position to go straight on, but I want to actually go left. So I wouldn't have wanted to stay where that bike lane was as much as I possibly could do. I want to be on the outside edge of it, allowing those bikes to go nice and easily on the left hand side of me. Okay, so as I'm coming out, okay, I'm avoiding the bike lane, going down Bev Road. You can see the bus lanes coming in, mirror checks, making sure there's nothing on my left hand side, and just edging over nice and easily as the bike lane ended, okay, and it's heading to the bus lane. I've got a bike in front of me, I want to be out nice and early. Okay, I've got a bus in front of me. Do I really want to go back in? I'm at the quite way in front of me, and you know, if I look into my mirrors and come over nice and easy, there's nothing in my right hand side lane, nothing close anywhere. So if I did need to go out and around the bus, I could do so quite easily. It's when there's something in that right hand side lane, that's what you'd be wanting to worry about. Now here, as we're coming in, alright, just before I was there, it goes into a position where you can only go straight on in this lane anyway. So you'd want to be coming over into that lane. Say if the bus lanes were in use, you'd want to be coming over into that lane as soon as that white line ended, right? And if you needed to signal, then you'd do so. Again, you know, you're coming back into this bus lane anyway, and both those lanes come into this left hand side, so you might as well just get over into the bus lane anyway, like that. I'm keeping well back. Okay, I'm only going 18 miles an hour at this point, alright? I've got a parked car on that side. The vehicle behind me is quite far away. There's a lot of traffic coming up, alright? I'm going straight on, mirror checks. I'm just going to go back into the bus lane because I don't know what's going on in the right hand side lane. I'm going straight on, okay? They're not moving any faster than I am, so I might as well just stay in this in the bus bus lane on the left hand side. Now this is going to be the point. Now I'm going to stop here just in case. Okay. Because the white van on my right hand side stopped. You always want to be, especially if you're crossing bus lanes, always want to be on the lookout for anybody in the bus lane. So if you're turning, say if you're turning right, like that car was then, and you're crossing the bus lane, and somebody's let you go, always always be on the lookout. Always be looking down the inside edge of that bus lane, leaning forward in your seat, covering your brake and clutch, being aware of it. Okay, they might let you out, but so you want to kind of go out, and then as soon as you can start, you're starting to go, kind of go over that brake and clutch just in case. Especially on the lookout for bikes and such. Now this is where it gets tricky. I've got a lot of traffic on my right hand side, and both lanes kind of go into one. It says end of bus lane there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to let the white car just to my right hand side, I'm going to let them just go. And I've got a signal on, so I'm just easing out, and the traffic behind has let me go in. So it's like a merging turn situation. But I went nice and slow. I wasn't trying to race the car on my right hand side. I started moving off and allowing them to go, because realistically the people just to my right hand side, okay, are trying to get in. Alright, I'm trying to get out, but I'm kind of like in this lane already. They're kind of more coming over more than I am. So I'm allowing them to come in. Anybody in front of me and anybody to my right hand side, I want to kind of like just back off, and I want to be signalling for those people not to the side of me, just directly to the side, but the people behind me. And I'm coming in nice and easy, nice and early, getting that signal on as early as I can do, and just going nice and slow so people can see what I'm doing. And I've got the time to react then. Nice and slow, being on the lookout for the lights to change. We were there for quite a bit of time. The lights could change quite quickly back. Now I've got a solid white line on the bike lane. Don't want to be crossing over it, okay? It's not like the broken white lines where you can kind of go into them, yeah? If needed be, alright? You want to avoid them at all cost anyway. So now, we're going to be going into the bus lane that's signified on my left hand side on that lane, okay? The guy behind's quite close, coming in quite close all the time. This is why I'm kind of having to slow down and watch what's going on behind me at the same time. Now, should I really go in? I'm going to stay out because you've got two buses in front of me. Nice wide berth, okay? And then got mirrors gently coming over, like so. Been on the lookout for any of these cars coming in. And look, this guy's turning right. So I'm just making my merry way. I'm not being stopped by vehicles that are turning right. Got the lights in front of me, just easing off, being aware of this guy, the van, that's been following me quite closely. Got a cyclist. So I've got a van again coming up behind me. We're just going to let them go past, ease off my gas, let them go past, and I'm going to come out away from the cyclist. Is there any point going back in? No, not whatsoever, because I got the cyclist giving them the room. Now if I was going to go left, then yeah, I'd start going in now, okay? But I wouldn't have gone past the cyclist first. I'd have held back, I'd have waited, okay? Waited for that road to start opening up, waited for the cyclist to go past me. And as we're coming in here again, roads, come out again, solid white line for the cycle lane, being aware there's bikes brake lights in front of me, I'm off the gas already, I'm starting to slow down already, I'm giving myself the space that I need. Again, before I set off, mirror checks all around. Again, just coming back into that left hand side. Yeah, I've got a bike in front of me, okay, alright, but obviously the bus lane's going to kind of like come to an end. I've got the white car just there, I'm going to pop something on just there, just to kind of like say, I'm going to be moving out a little bit, do you know what I'm doing, okay, and then I've got the room for the cyclists, just before the island on my right hand side. Here obviously we've got a cycle lane coming up, okay, we've got the parking spaces, okay, it's not a bus lane, alright, so there's no real point in going in there all unless I was pulling up on the left hand side. Obviously you could pull up on the left hand side if they ask you to, or a test. Okay, so I'm coming down Bev Road on the other side, and this is, especially this one, this one's quite tricky. As we're coming up, okay, we've got Inglemeyer Lane on the right hand side, we've got these sets of lights, okay, and this is probably the trickiest of a lot of them, because what we've got is we've got a bit of an issue with yellow box junctions. So we've got the fact that the bus lane, it's in use, okay, so it's not in use, it's outside of the hours of use, legally allowed to be in it, should be in it if I can go in it and if you're on test. So we've obviously got quite a bit of traffic coming in. There's a vehicle in front, okay. Keeping an eye on the right hand side of me. Keep looking, right. Keep looking. I'm just gonna edge out here, okay. Making sure. Now the guy in the van behind, he's letting me out, okay, but I'm gonna come back in now, okay. Come in. He was letting me out, but he's zooming up, so I was kind of like, should I go? No, not really, because he's zooming up and he's not really letting me in. This is where people think that you're kind of pushing in, okay? So, we're going to just kind of have the mindset of the bus. The bus lane's coming to an end, okay? And here is the issue. We've got that yellow box junction, okay? I'm going to kind of stay here like this at this point, so I'm not blocking up the yellow box junction, okay, and I'm just going to start coming out here at this point, like so. If you are unsure, alright, and what I would have done is, before the bus lane kind of came to an end, I'd have been starting to move out, okay, before that last yellow box junction. And I've got a rather aggressive electric centre van driver coming up on the left hand side edge, okay, and I might include that in a bit of a dash cam video later on. Okay, so I do hope that those help, okay. Stay safe out there driving, like I say, in and out nice and early, okay. Always been on the lookout for cyclists, always been on the lookout for nice and early. Okay, if you would like to subscribe, please do so. Ring the bell for the notifications. Okay, if you'd like anything covered, if any questions, then just drop me a comment. Okay, all right, thank you very much, and I'll see you later.